Spartacus.
All right, I got it.
I gotta get my
I got it. It was my media volume the entire time.
my Spartan warrior statue back down here. See, now you just froze up on me. So you just froze up on my side. And so, I'm going to just switch over to something real quickly while we're talking here. And I'm running 39 megs upload right now. And that's more than enough for a live stream. I don't have anyone else doing like major, this is what I do for a living gaming going on right now. So, I mean, that upload speed, you should be able to do a live stream without hiccups at about 10 megs per second. I'm running 29. Well, now it's dropping me. You got to be fucking kidding me. I was running 29 again before we went live. Now that we're, hang on. Wow. All right, so yeah, so you're frozen on my side.
Am I?
Or you were just being all statuesque.
Yeah, I guess I was just staying still.
Like a fucking ninja. But I don't know if you heard what I said. I just did a speed test before we started. I was at almost 30 megs per second, right? More than enough for a live stream, And I moved positions back to, which we never had problems here. The router's right there. Router's still pushing 5 meg, not megabytes per second, but megahertz. Tons of power. The relay has nothing to do with it. I'm not on anything other than this internet connection, which is mine specifically for this end of the shop. And I was doing a 29, almost a 30 megabytes per second upload just a second ago. Just speed tested again, and now it dropped me down to 13. But 10 is like the minimum, right? You can still do this at 10 without any issue. So, but you're saying you're having a hard time hearing me.
No, I fixed it. It was on my end. There was a setting on my phone. I just needed to fix my media volume.
I knew it.
It was me. Wait, you froze.
I knew you didn't fix it. Hey, let's get some chips and some pizza. And some
You just froze a couple of times.
Hey, Gene's here. Hey, hang on. Gene's here. Hey, look, Gene. Hey, thanks for brother. Hey, Gene. So I'm on 3 different channels right now, and we're just doing a text, and I'm going to say the same thing over to you, Anthony. If one of you guys can bounce out to like Rumble or Twitter or even ScrewTube, and see.
You're freezing.
See what my sound sounds like, if I'm glitchy or if this whole thing's glitchy. That's all we're trying to do here is just try to get finally to the bottom. Like, am I being ghosted by the feds? Have I made one too many NSA jokes? And So he's saying that you're freezing every now and then. Well, I guess you can see the comments too, can't you?
I don't have comments. It says everyone can see and hear me, but that's about it. It just that's what's on my right hand side.
You're freezing a little bit. Yeah, it said you're freezing. Okay, I'm trying to find one other thing that's new here. Oh, here it is.
Yeah, because on my right hand side on that panel, it shows me, and it shows a box that says that I'm in the show. Everyone can see and hear me, but that's it. There's no chat over there. There's typically a chat.
Well, I just posted the chat, so the chat is now in the actual screen. So you might just need to tweak your view, because you should be able to, just like everybody, see what anyone says in the chat. But as we're doing this, again, if you want to go on that road. But Gene, if you're willing to help us, buddy, go out to Twitter or Rumble or even ScrewTube. Well, you'd be watching me on ScrewTube. Yeah, it says you're watching on ScrewTube. So, Anthony, do you have Rumble or Twitter?
Yeah, have them both. You want me to exit and?
You want to go to Rumble and I'll go to Twitter?
Do I have to exit first?
No. Oh, that's right. You're doing it on your phone. Just pop out of the, what is it called? Remove yourself from the stage. Don't exit completely.
Oh crap! How do I do that?
Just remove yourself from the stage.
Yeah, today,
Because then it'll keep your place. It should keep your place.
yeah, this format is different than it typically is because I usually have all that stuff at the bottom. This looks very different.
Really. So there is about a 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000, 6 1,000, 7 1,000, 8. There's about an
You
almost
just
10
froze.
second lag time between us live and then what I'm seeing on Twitter.
Yeah, you just froze.
I froze?
Yeah.
None of this is making any sense. Oh, Free Warrior says I'm freezing. Says I look better on Rumble. Well, thank you, Free Warrior. I think I look better at all times. Here we go. And then it says I'm freezing. I'm freezing. Free Warrior. Oh, is that you? Well, whoever you are, Free Warrior. So you're saying I'm freezing. But Gene, am I freezing? Oh, it's you, Gene. Thanks, Gene. Hey, Gene, am I freezing on YouTube?
All right.
Even about 8.
I'm gonna minimize and just go onto X and see what happens.
All right, bounce over. Yep. I mean, none of that should be making any sense, or none of that should be happening. I'm going to just even do another speed check right here while we're doing this. Speed check. What's my download? How many megs per second do I get? See what we get here. But I'm not worried about the download speed here. I'm more worried about why is my upload? Why is this pinging out? You know, download even dropped. Why is that doing it now that we're actually live? It's dropping all my speeds. I mean, that shouldn't, us being live should have no difference between what my internet is doing on live. Yeah, I'm dropping down. I was at almost 30. I'm at half. I'm down to like 17 megs per second now, where I was at 30 megs per second before we went live. Man, I'm wondering if it's this software somehow. Damn. I don't know. Let's try something else here. See what happens. I'm actually going to try a different server. I don't think that should have anything to do with it, but I'll try a different server even. I'm bouncing over to a different server. We're being all tech savvy here as I'm eating brown bread and drinking a beer.
Yeah, so it looked like some of the connection issues were still going on over there.
Yeah, I mean, my download speeds are slower now, and every time I do this, my upload speeds keep decreasing. Again, I went from 30 meg per second. Now I'm going to probably come in at about 13. Just drop me down to 10. I'm at literally, I mean, you can figure 2/3. I'm. Wow, why is that happening? That shouldn't be happening. Gene's saying echo sounds over on X. All three are dropping now and again, plus each running about a half second behind each other, and echo sounds. I do not get it at all. There is no reason this should be happening. The only thing I can think of right now, Anthony, is I do have a TV on, and that TV is internet-y. That is just so little bandwidth that shouldn't be doing anything. But I'm going to go turn that off. So then really the only thing that's actually up and running right now that is this computer. Well, I mean, there's a computer back over there, for my work, but it's in a sleep mode right now. But I'm going to go try turning that off.
Did anybody check the physical cables and stuff like that? Make sure none of them are crimped or that there's an issue?
Oh, I'm not hardwired in on Wi-Fi.
And none of it? Even what's coming in?
So my router's right over there, and this computer, so the camera is hardwired into this, system, like, this USB, same with the camera, but this computer is not hardwired into the internet. I'm doing it over Wi-Fi, and I'm doing it over Wi-Fi on my computer over my shoulder over there, which is my work computer. So and then there's a TV over there. I'm gonna go turn that TV off. I'm gonna actually bounce in the other room, and I'm gonna do a speed test on that computer, because there's no reason, again, I was at 30 megabytes per second before we started, right before we went live, and now that we're live, I'm dropping down to 9 and 10. Like, so something is weird, and let me just kind of look. So I'm okay. No new comments. But
you just froze.
Gene's last comments just a few seconds ago. Echoey sound, and we're dropping a little bit, and I'm almost at my wit's end, and I'm not stupid with this stuff. It really made me. Hey, NSA guys, I was just joking. Come on.
Well, the cabling that I was referring to is that
let me try something else here. Hang on. Just while we're here. Might as well, having to move all the way back over to here. So give me a sec. Oh, hell yeah. Look at that. Way too much, Mark. Woo! Just like a Fortnite. I should be doing like a little Fortnite dance. I should be teabagging on Fortnite or something here. I got that one. Gene just had a good comment. Hardwired to the router. He's 150, 300. Are you talking megabytes per second, Gene, on that 150, 300 up? And down speeds, he's hardwired at 900. See, Gene, you're at smoking hot speeds right there. That's like no shit serious gaming levels where you've got 5 other computers going in your house. I mean, those are some crazy speeds. You'd be running a dedicated gaming platform. I'm not even messing around, and playing in some really, not just like, some Xbox game. Those are really good speeds, Gene. I mean, you must have, if you don't mind, I mean, what's your provider? I mean, are you doing, do you guys have, what do we call it here, Anthony? I had it at the original fiber optic. Gene, are you running on fiber optic? Because those are almost like fiber optic speeds. If you're doing, yeah, I mean, seriously, 150 to 300 up, 900 down, you're crushing it, man. Unless we've got a difference between the pond and you don't have a decimal point where I would put a decimal point. Like, are you really running 15 to 30, megs up and 9 down? Or, well, by my own logic, it'd be only 1 decimal point. You'd be running 90. That's still true fiber. Yeah, see, that's probably, Gene, I mean, my God, man, that's great. That's great capacity right there. That's great speeds. I'm in a rural area. It's, cable to this platform compound, and I'm just on a router that's part of this internal, wireless network. No one else is here. No other bit. And it's not about, I'm not sharing bandwidth with the other businesses and everything, and everybody's all gone. Freezing on YouTube. Plus, video's a little slower than the auto. That's Elf. Thank you, sir. That's kind of been the problems that we've been having.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He's saying he's 900 up and down, but if he does Wi-Fi, it's 150. Gene, that's still smoking hot. I mean, if you're pushing 150 to 300 down or up, I mean, especially on the upside, holy crap, man. I mean, again, you could be doing you could be a gamer, Gene. You could be like, next thing we know, Gene's going to have one of those comfy chairs, and he's going to have an English cap, and he's going to be speaking in his accent as he's like smashing people in Fortnite or whatever. Hey, Gene, this is made in the UK. Check this out. That's a mug from the UK. We can get Chappie on, who's going to be here next week. We're going to be giving 2 of these away. Right. I'm going to step away. Anthony, you keep everyone entertained. I'm going to turn off that. This shouldn't make a difference. I'm going to turn off that TV. I'm going to do a speed test on another computer, and then I'll be right back here.
Okay.
Gene saying get started. Hey, Gene, contact that Elon Musk guy and put in a good word for me. All right.
You can't really see the chat, so that's here we go. Here we go.
You still can't see
So
the chat.
am I freezing up, or is just Mark freezing up on his end? How's the video coming out? Okay. All right. Thanks, Gene. Yeah, this has been something that's been going on for a few months, trying to figure out what exactly has been going on with the Wi-Fi. So I'm not sure if Mark has a hardware issue.
Okay, yeah, this is kind of getting to be some shit.
Yeah.
Sorry, you guys chatting?
Yeah. No.
I don't
Go ahead.
interrupt. Let me come over. You guys chatting in first. Let me just do something else here. I'm bouncing around on servers right now, seriously. Because the other computer just was doing 18s, 18 up and 18 down. Okay, I just changed to a different server here. And I was doing, I shouldn't I talk too soon. I was doing 20s and it just dropped me to 14. Now I'm looking at my upload. It's at 20s, which should be really good. I mean, more than sufficient for what we're doing here. So hopefully, guys, as we're watching this, if this works out by just changing this router, my signal, I'm at 23 up, almost 24 up, upload. So that's what we need for what we're doing here right now. That's more than enough in today's day and age to make this a really clean stream, right? Anthony, how am I sounding to you? And guys who are still here with us in the chat,
You sound good to me.
Yeah, I really appreciate everybody just kind of coming here. Hey, if anybody wants to come on live, let me know. Put it in the chat or send me a DM.
I say we have Gene come on live. He still hasn't come on live yet.
What's that?
I said we should probably have Gene come on live. He hasn't been on the show yet, so it would be great to see him.
Gene's saying he didn't. I think again, there's a delay. He hasn't probably picked up what we've been saying, but he said it's good to me. It's sounding good to him now. Some about you need special glasses to spot them lizard people. That's true, man. Those lizard people are some, there's some pretty hard working and they're dedicated, Gene. They're ingenious. They come up with all kinds of, little wristwatch devices. There's another one who can see us. Go get them. So I don't know if that just helped. He has a face. I think he said he has a face for negatives. I'm sure it's Okay, Elf is coming in saying, okay, so Elf, wherever you are, I mean, Elf is pulling in some good numbers too. He's saying he's 490 down and 30 up. I mean, I'm not so concerned about the down because I'm not downloading anything right now, right? There's no file transfer protocols or none of that's going on. I'm more worried about my up. So Elf, if you can chime in here, and he's saying his wife is streaming TV and he's over on ScrewTube and he's still doing 30 up. Well, I just changed servers and now I'm doing, what was it, over?
Oh, he just froze.
20 up? I can't remember.
He just froze.
Yeah, now it's almost 24 up. And again, that's more than sufficient for this style of internet activity. Elf's in Northern Ontario. Elf, are you on Mr. Elon's service? Are you doing a little bit of that Starlink? Northern. Anyway, by the way, I'm not lying, boys and girls. I am having a little snack right now. Just eating a piece of brown bread and drinking a little beer out of this chug mug from Great Britain, from the United Kingdom. I'm not sure how united it is. Not even really sure if it's much of a kingdom left either. But Gene, here's to you, brother. This is made in your home country, and this thing is badass. And next week when Chappie's here, we're going to give 2 of these away.
All right, so
I really want to have a helmet on and walk around with my spear. Oh, I need to have my spear down in this end of the room. You know?
So Mark, you froze up a little while ago, but I think you're back again, no problem.
Now that could be on your side though.
No, you just froze right now.
Too, right?
You
So
just
again,
froze
boys and
now.
girls, we're just doing a test. I really appreciate everybody doing that. If you guys can chime in, there's definitely a delay because I'm talking and Anthony's trying to talk over me like he's the host of this here shit show. You know what, Anthony? If it's a shit show, you are in charge. It's Anthony's show. He's in charge of the shit show, not me. Gene just said something froze again.
Yeah.
Army maces, hear no evil, speak no evil, hear no evil, whatever. Something about monkeys. It's your zoo, not my zoo, not my monkeys. Hey, I don't really know what's going on here. This is about the best that I'm thinking it's going to be. Well, now what I could do. Okay, this does change everything. I guess you got to keep thinking, keep moving, and never effing quit. So I'm doing this all on Wi-Fi right now. But if this is going to be my dedicated little live stream platform for the next, whatever number of months, I'm an easy. That's got to be 30 plus feet closer to the router. I should just hardwire right into the router and just F the Wi-Fi for this computer and this computer only, because this is going to be my dedicated little, station for this stuff. You know what? I think that actually probably would solve it. So everybody stay tuned. There might be another live stream in a day or two. I don't know if I have any LAN cable left. I should. I'm kind of be a little pissed off at myself if I don't. But I could just go up to like shit. I don't even think there's Radio Shacks anywhere anymore. I guess I could go to Best Buy. Yeah, because I would probably just need like 10 to 15 feet would do it, and I could just stop this nonsense and then just hardline right into the router. But if this internet connection out here, anybody in the chat who's smarter at this than me, please chime in, because you can see where I'm trying to problem solve this. But if I'm picking up a signal that's coming off of the tower that's about 200 yards away from me, right, and in where I am in this compound. And then all the businesses in this compound were getting our internet off of this tower. It's 17, almost 1800 Central, fake time, and no one else is here. And even, there's other businesses. There's never been problems down here on this end. Even though this router and my relay should have been more than powerful enough to push that signal just 30 feet to the other room, it was doing shit. But I'm really thinking maybe even though this router is pushing 5 megahertz, I mean, again, I think that's pretty much max energy for what a router can. So again, anybody who knows what they're doing, more than this, let me know. But Anthony, I'm really thinking maybe I just go get a LAN and I just hardwire this right in.
Yeah,
and just skip all this.
That might be your best bet.
Okay, BCP, nice to see you. He's off to teach. Reach out. You are freezing off and on. Malware bites to check for pups. I don't know what pups are, BCP. Anybody else know what a pup is? Malware bite. Okay, mind. I don't know what that is. Army Mace is saying extreme deniability. Pop smoke and shift fires. That's what I feel like doing. I'm obviously on the X right here. Anywhere in here's the X, and I'm just dying on the X for the last couple months with all these things. Well, Gene, I've already done that, Gene, and wink, wink, nod, nod. Yeah, So watch your 6, brother. You've been talking. Potentially unwanted programs, not viruses. Okay, thanks for that info, PCP or BCP. PCP. BCP is going to go off and teach people how to do PCP. I'm just joking. He isn't going to do that. But thanks. I didn't think about that. Yeah, you know, and Army Mace, that's what I just talked to that's a good one. I talked to the property owner today about that same thing. You know, say, is everything up and up on that router? Because that router's not mine. I was actually thinking I was going to have to drop like, 150, $200 and get a really good router. And I probably should do that anyway, because as long as I have the business, I'm going to keep doing this. You know, I'm not going to be here much longer, but wherever I land next, I'm going to want that capability and that technology. Just like everybody else. I mean, I'm eating brown bread right now as a snack, in lieu of dinner. So, does it tell you? I don't know if I've got $200 to spare on a router at the moment, but I got brown bread and a beer. That's all you need, especially if you're in the infantry. If I had a little cheese on top of this, go do a 12-mile foot march, and then there's your dinner. Alf is saying if you do a 20-minute live with all the freezing, it takes 30 minutes to watch. And it's a good joke, but that's probably true. And I apologize for that. That's why we're doing this here tonight, just to try to figure this shit out, because it's no bueno, and it really bothers me. I don't like not having this stuff work. If I'm going to do this, I need to make this work. And the only thing I'm saying, and I'm not placing blame otherwise, but I'm not an idiot when it comes to this stuff, and I'm pretty good at combo. And this used to work all the time, and then something happened, and then all of this, I can still record videos and upload them, but the live streaming just went to shit. I'm not even 100% sure it might not be the software I'm using. Like, I almost, to really test this out, Anthony, and tell me what you think. I should probably just not use the software and just do a live through YouTube. Fuck, and I wouldn't even doubt this. What if YouTube, and forever saying that, most people are on YouTube. In today's day and age, I could see them like, yeah, we don't like you and you're going live, so we're gonna make sure you don't have enough bandwidth, to do it, to make it discouraging.
Where you get throttled.
Yeah. And I've heard people talk about that and say that shit. I don't know, but the censorship, the shadow banning is real, so possibly.
It might be worth a try. I mean, I would try hardwiring and then try that as well. If the hardwiring.
I think you can still barely hear me, or there's even a delay.
No, there was a delay. So maybe try the hardwire first, see how that runs, and then if not, then try the different software, the YouTube software.
Yeah, man. And that's too bad. I don't know if that's the case. Again, anybody who's smart, if you're watching this or you watch this afterwards, I mean, I probably will just leave this up for a day just to see if somebody does watch it and comments, and leave some comments in the comment section. I think that's probably the best course of action right now. I'll go get some land. I'll hardwire it. What?
The Alf's comment. We're just lucky you don't stutter.
And unfortunately, you're unlucky, and I don't shut up. So there's that part too. So you kind of, maybe he should stutter. So then we could just walk away as he's trying to figure out what the hell he's talking about. And Army Mace is still waiting for one of those tins. Hey, brother man, send me that into an email. I kind of vaguely remember us talking about that, but if it's not in an email, I'm sorry. Hey, you want to see what my mouse pad is right here? It's a day planner I bought, an organizer I bought. Like, I don't even like that. That's too big. I'm like the Green Book Army guy or the email. I gotta have my taskers that way. And we don't have any of them, but I'm sure I can find one of mine that I've got, extra someplace. I'll hook you up, Army Mason, but do it in an email. Okay, so Anthony, what do you think here? I don't think we really need to do this much longer, but
no,
I kind of got a little sidetracked. So just let me just say this one more time. Hey, for anybody who does watch this, I'm not going to delete this. I'll leave this up for a day or two. And then Anthony, I'll talk with you in a few minutes offline if you got time. Let's come up with another, and I'll run up to, again, I don't know if there's Radio Shacks anymore, but I would think Best Buy should have to have LAN cable. I think I have some. I'll check here because I might still have LAN cable because, again, I'm not an idiot with this stuff. I got this kind of stuff. But I'll do that. And then, Anthony, you and I can talk offline and maybe we do this over the weekend and just try a live, And look, and I love everybody being here. You don't have to. I appreciate it. We're doing a test and just letting you know we're going to try another test this weekend and we might, depending what Anthony and I come up with, we might do more than one test because I like the idea, Anthony, and this is where, and for everybody watching in the comments, and then Anthony, I think that's what I do. I get LAN, I'll hardwire in instead of Wi-Fi. But man, if that still doesn't do it, then I think we try it again without the software and just do it directly through ScrewTube and see. Because if it works then the software is screwed up. But if it still doesn't work, gosh, can you go live on X still, or did they remove that feature? I can't remember. And with the software, hey, boys and girls, the reason why Anthony and I are talking about this, because with this software, I'm streaming to all three of those platforms at the same time on the same, software, the same medium. I don't have to, hey, here we go, I'm live, and I can only be live on one platform. That's why this is really nice. And you can see I can put all the little kind of stupid things up here, the banners, and like there's a new one. Yeah, there we go. Oops. There. You can see I got the little background backdrop, B is for bayonet, little Bert and Ernie, those guys getting at it. And it's probably going to turn into that. We're going to be fighting the Muppets. We're going to be fighting Sesame Street. I don't want to fight the Muppets, man. That Beaker, I think that guy could kick some ass. Beaker and the Swedish Chef, they'd be a fire team together. They'd be out there just slaying it. Beaker would be the crazy. What the heck was that? Was that the crazy drummer?
Oh, that's the wife.
Letting you know it's dinner time.
Yeah.
My purple beard jacket?
No, he heard the noise you were making.
I don't want to say her name, but hi. One more time. Chug Mug Company, you guys are awesome. Look at that handle. So next week, Chappie's up here. And that's another reason I'm trying to figure out, and I'm really pissed off because Chappie's going to be here. We'll be sitting right next to each other. We're going to have a fun live stream. He's up here in Duluth, Minnesota for a completely different thing where he's just so awesome. He's like, a couple months ago, hey, guess where I'm going to be? I don't know where. I'm not a mind reader. I'm going to be in Duluth. I'm like, what? Yeah, we got to get together. So we'll have Chappie up here. We'll do live. So thanks, really appreciate it. But again, if you watch this afterwards, or even if you're here with us live right now and you think about something afterwards, please leave a comment. Again, I'm not stupid, but I'm obviously either missing something or I'm just my desire and what I want to have happen is coming up against that hard brick wall of reality. And this router or this overall, internet access that we have here has just gone to shit. Just like so many other things in life, maybe that's gone to shit. But we never used to have even this problem that we're having tonight when I was down here on this end of the building. And when I moved to the other end of the building, we didn't have that problem when I first started. And then it was only recently, these last few months, and then it was a little hit and miss. Matter of fact, we were like, oh, every time you come on, the live stream dies. We're joking about that. But now it's almost every time, and now it's happening down here too. So BCP, I'm going to look into that malware, see if there's other things. I'm going to talk to the property owner one more time to see if there's a degradation on their output. But I think, Anthony, that could be overcome by if I just tap into that router directly. But, again, I just pulled in that last speed test. I'll do one. That was 23.4. That is more than enough. It's not great. It's not, it's not Gene who's like sitting back in his, $1,000 gaming chair. This 100, megabytes per second upload. That's just insane, Gene. He probably needs that to, so he can, figure out how he's going to try to save his country.
Alf is saying you should probably borrow a Cat5 cable before you buy one.
See, and you said that, and hang on. I don't know if you can hear me. You just said that, and you froze up on me, so I didn't hear that. Just give it a second.
All right.
My download speed just dropped to 12. I mean, that's shit. I'm still on the same server I just was when I had a pretty decent upload. Let's see what I get now. Now my upload speed's down to 17. That's 10 megs per second that I just lost. I don't even know how. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna stop. If anyone can see the smoke or the gerbil inside my brain working, I'm kind of done. I don't know. Why is it fluctuating so much? It's wild. Yeah, Army Mace just said the same thing. Before I go buy a Cat5, can I borrow one to test? Now, Alf, good comment, but yeah, the property owner might have one. I'll ask him if he's got a showroom, but if not, I'll just go get it. I mean, shit like that in today's day and age, that's like having 550 cord, or other necessary things, 100-mile-an-hour tape, shit like that. So, but that's a good point. I'll just ask him first, because if that doesn't work, well, then I don't know what the hell to say. I mean, I guess I could just shoot the videos as recordings and then upload them as though they were live or something. I don't know. Army Mace would like the B for bayonets. Bayonets! That was for you, Army Mace. Okay. And then Wild. What do you think, Anthony? Should we just wrap it up? I mean, we've been talking now for...
Yeah, I think so, because there's nothing...
I want to try it one more time. Hey, everybody, well, Anthony, why don't you talk for a little bit? I'm going to try one more server. What I'm also trying to do is I'm trying to go to different servers and see if I can nail down a better server, right? So, but truth be told, I'm kind of probably just looking at the server I'm using for this speed test, not the actual server that the internet is trying to tap into. But anyway, go ahead, Anthony. I'm just going to run this one more time.
Oh, I was just saying, you might want to wrap it up, because I don't know that we have anything currently in order to fix this problem. So I think maybe the hardwire might be your best bet. And then if that fails, then try something else with regard to software.
Yeah. Yeah. And see, you just froze up when you were saying that on my end. You froze up. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm trying to have fun doing this so I don't get frustrated, because this is incredibly frustrating. But yeah, I think we're just going to go with the hardwire, Anthony. Yeah, my speeds are even worse now. So now my speeds are even dropping. They just keep dropping. Oh, this is freaking just aggravating. Well, now my upload's going back up, though. No, and then it just dropped, and then I'm back to 18s. Also, actually, that one so far was the best. All right, boys and girls, I apologize. Hopefully you guys are all having a beer or a glass of wine, or you do your adult beverage, adult cocktail, your adult puff or your adult gummy, whatever. I'm having a beer. Learn me something's like, it's too early for me to have a drink. I have to exercise for 4 hours and then I have to take out the garbage. And in New York, taking out the garbage means fighting in like Mad Max world or Escape from New York world. So I may come home or I may not make it. Yeah. Now the speeds are holding at around 18. Yeah, I'm doing 18s. Yeah, let's go for the hardwire. Elf, don't even put those thoughts in my head, Elf. I've really been, and there's so much more I could talk about, and I don't want to talk about, and I can't talk about, but yeah, you ain't far off. And again, just because what do they say? You're crazy. He thinks people are phony. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean I'm crazy or whatever. But it's the cable to the you have the CLS hack shack underground. Yeah. All right, boys. Appreciate everybody. We're going to sign off, tap out. It's 18:15 fake time, and I'm old, so that means I'm already past my dinner time. Hey, Anthony, you want to do a quick phone call after this and just talk for a couple seconds?
Yeah. Thank you, everybody in the chat, for trying to help out.
Yeah, and stay tuned. We'll probably try this again one day over the weekend. Anthony and I will go offline and try to figure that out, and then and I'm gonna run out tomorrow and get I like that. Thank you again, Alf. Yeah, I'll check and see if he's got some Calf Live, and then if not, that I can use and just do this test. And if not, then I'll just run up. And you may have missed it, but I like having the stuff anyway. The tools and the crimps and all that. I don't even do a ton of plumbing, but I've got hex stuff. For if I wanted to do my own plumbing, I could do it right now. So. Just the kind of things that you should have, right? Be prepared, keep thinking, keep moving, never quit, be prepared. And on that note, hey, everybody, I kind of did a post or a comment somewhere, I don't remember where, but I don't have any of that. Actually, I do have, well, they're not my hats now. The ones I have are kind of designated for other people, but my hats are up at the embroidery person. We're going to have some centerline hats coming up, so stay tuned. They're going to be they are in the awesome Nemesis pattern. I'm just getting a little bit of embroidery done on it. And this hat right here, this is my weirdo hat. I'm going to probably try to wrap some tinfoil on it, but I love this hat. This is like, hey, Mark, let's torture that guy to get some info out of him. I'd be like, make him smell this hat. Since I received this and this was gifted to me, I don't think it's left my head. I just don't even care what people think. I'm like, I love this little thing. So yeah, look at that. It's weird. So I like it. And Gene, thanks for the help. Yeah. All right, everybody. Hey, really appreciate everybody being here. Stay tuned if you want to join the fun. We'll do it again over the weekend. Maybe have a chug mug ready and a beer or something like that. A little adult cocktail, a little beverage. And we'll just have fun talking while we try to troubleshoot. And I seriously appreciate any and all assistance anyone can provide, because I'm really at my wit's end. The last thing I can think of, again, it's not my routers are running at 5 megahertz. That's max power. My upload speeds, earlier were at 30 megabytes per second. That's more than enough to do a live stream without it glitching out. More than enough. Something's wrong. So we'll do the cable. We'll try to direct wire it in. I'll talk to the property owner one more time. I guess it could, then BCP, thank you. I'll look into some malware. Maybe there's something, malicious on this desktop that I need to get rid of. And then, honestly, and that's a good point right there. Remember me something. I might even just bring back the old really tiny laptop. I mean, this is an older desktop in front of me. Maybe it just no longer has the juice necessary. Honestly.
Yeah. Sometimes it's incompatible.
Yeah, and maybe I just go back. So that'll be the next steps. We'll figure that out, and we'll do it again somewhere over this weekend. Hope you guys all have a great rest of your week. Thank you so very much. God bless each and every one of you. Thanks for coming on. No, Army Mace has got the right idea, though. And Army Mace, it's done. It's a done deal. That's going to happen. If I rotate out my newer, smaller laptop on here, which I don't like, because this is, I'm old. I got, readers. So it's all big and in front of me, and I can see everything. It's more my peripheral vision. But if I use that smaller laptop and it works swimmingly, we'll videotape this guy signing off. That's what we'll do. We'll do something. I like it. Yes. Well, you say hammer. Well, there's so many different versions of hammers. Mine just happens to be in 12 gauge. I mean, whatever. All right. See you, everybody. Thank you very much. Anthony, I'll give you a holler in a couple minutes then.
Yep. No problem.
All right. Appreciate everybody. Hey, keep thinking. Keep moving. Never quit. God bless you. See you guys again soon. Thank you much. Hats are coming. Woo! I did that too soon.